In a stern and defiant televised address from the Oval Office, President Donald Trump personally responded to the Kremlin's aggressive actions, declaring that the United States would not be intimidated by what he called thuggish, retaliatory measures and acts of barbaric violence. Speaking directly to the American people and a global audience, the president projected an image of unshakable resolve, framing the escalating conflict as a fundamental test of American strength and will. He made it clear that Russia's counter-sanctions, diplomatic expulsion, and military escalation in Ukraine would not force his administration to back down from its policy of supporting Kyiv. Instead, he vowed to meet Russia's aggression with even greater pressure, asserting that the United States would absorb the economic blows and emerge stronger, while holding Moscow accountable for its action. The speech was a direct and personal challenge to the Russian president, signaling that the day's events had only hardened Washington's position. Earlier today, the Kremlin tried to scare us, President Trump began, seated at the Resolute desk. They froze some assets, they blocked some of our great American products, and they unleashed a cowardly and brutal attack on our friends in Ukraine. They want us to be afraid. They want us to back down. Well, I have a message for the dictators in Moscow. We don't get scared. The United States of America does not back down. He specifically addressed the economic retaliation, dismissing the freezing of American financial assets and the new trade embargo as the desperate actions of a weak and failing economy. He expressed full confidence in his economic team, stating, "I have spoken with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. They are already working around the clock with our incredible companies and farmers to manage these disruptions. Russia thinks this will hurt us, but it will only hurt them in the long run. We will find new markets and we will innovate. They are cutting themselves off from the greatest economic engine in the history of the world." The president's tone grew darker as he turned to the event in Ukraine. He condemned the assassination of Major General Kirilo Budanov as a savage and illegal act of state terrorism and referred to the subsequent missile strikes on Kyiv as proof of the Russian regime's complete disregard for human life. He announced that he had spoken with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to convey his deepest condolence and to offer America's unwavering support. What we saw today in Kyiv was not the act of a great power, it was the act of a criminal state, Trump declared firmly. When you resort to murdering government officials and bombing civilian neighborhoods, you have lost all claims to legitimacy on the world stage. This is why we impose sanctions in the first place, and this is why we will not relent. We stand with the people of Ukraine, and we will continue to provide them with the means to defend their homes, their families, and their freedoms. President Trump then issued a direct warning to his Russian counterparts, making it clear that the path of escalation would have severe consequences for Moscow. He stated that he had authorized Secretary of State Marco Rubio to pursue further diplomatic isolation of Russia and had instructed Secretary of Defense Peter Hegseth to review all options for strengthening the U.S. military posture in Europe to further protect NATO allies. "Let me be very clear," the president said, looking directly into the camera. "Every hostile action would be met with a stronger reaction. If they think today was the end of it, they are sadly mistaken. The United States has options that Russia cannot even begin to imagine. We want peace, but we demand respect. This aggression will end one way or another." The address concluded not with a call for de-escalation, but with a promise of steadfastness, leaving no doubt that the administration viewed the crisis as a direct confrontation that it was fully prepared to win, regardless of the cost. Many of my listeners, like 70%, haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel. And so many of you don't even know that you haven't subscribed. And that is actually what makes the show going. It's almost like you're making a donation to the show. So that's why I ask again and again, because it enables us to grow and grow and grow. And we're going for the long haul here. And listen, if this is your first time listening to Sohei Rich, you don't have to subscribe. You guys, your first one's on me. But if you have watched this show before, it's like you are a freeloader now. So all I would ask you is, if you have seen this show before and you like it, help me, help my team here. Hit that subscribe and like button now, and we will continue to build this show for you. That I swear. Thank you to all of you guys who have subscribed. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. That's all for me for today. I will see you soon. Bye for now.